Now continuing with our weather coverage, possibly due to the storms we saw today, there are power lines that have snapped here in the Gem City. KHQA Sarah Lighthizer is live in Quincy and brings us up to date with the damage. And Sarah, what are we seeing out there?
Yeah, the storms earlier today really packed a punch across the area earlier. As you can see behind me, Ameren is working diligently. Right now, we are currently out here on Harrison Street, just to the east of 36th. We had some reports of some poles snapped, and emergency management did report that the snapped poles were from a storm that rolled through Quincy at about 1:40 p.m. this afternoon. We did talk to someone from the United States Infrastructure Corporation when we arrived on the scene, and they told us that 9 poles were snapped and about 2,000 customers are out of power. I unfortunately have not been able to speak with Ameren as they've been so hard at work repairing these poles to confirm or get any updates. Harrison Street is closed from Cadbury Ridge all the way down through Breckenridge Drive. So if you are heading to that area, please make sure you're taking an alternate route. Unfortunately, that is all the information we have at this time, but we'll continue to bring updates throughout the evening. Live in Quincy, Sarah Lighthizer, KHQA News.
Now continuing with our weather coverage, due to the storms we saw today, there are power lines that have snapped here in the Gem City. KHQA's Sarah Lighthizer is live in Quincy to bring us up to date with the damage. And Sarah, what are we seeing out there?
Good evening. We're currently out here at Denman Elementary School off of Harrison Street. The storms that moved through this afternoon really packed a punch in some places. Behind me, you can see that we do have a power pole that was snapped. The Adams County Fire and EMS reported that a few power poles were snapped from the storm that moved through Quincy at around 1:40 this afternoon. As you can see, Ameren is currently on the scene working hard to fix and restore power to people in the area. I was able to speak with someone from Ameren after we went live at 5, and they confirmed that they have 6 to 8 poles that they need to look at that may have been snapped. The pole you can see on your video right now is one of the first few poles that they've been looking at. On the Ameren outage website, it says about 815 customers are without power, and unfortunately, there is no estimated restoration time right now. Ameren did tell me that they would be working through the evening. If you do have to take Harrison Street, it is closed from Cadbury Ridge to Breckenridge Drive. And if you know of anyone that does have no power right now, please make sure you are checking in on them. After those clouds moved out earlier this afternoon, temperatures have really began to spike up. It feels like temperatures are currently hovering in the 90s. That's all that we have from here right now. Back to you guys in studio.